Alright, hello everyone, my name is Megan. If you're new to my channel, welcome back. If you're not to the title of today's video, sorry, Milo's doing some wild things over there. But I am doing my finale for my 2024 No Pan Left Behind eyeshadow challenge. So for those of you who do not know what a No Pan Left Behind style is, it can take different forms, but basically it's you have an eyeshadow palette and you need to complete the palette no pan left behind style, meaning you use every single shade in the palette at least one time. Now the way that I decided to kind of do this, I only picked it up for the last, quarter of the year. So I did like August, September, October, and then November. So yeah, only like 4 months. I decided that I was going to try to use every single eyeshadow in my Going Coconuts palette from ColourPop 30 times. And it was touch and go there for a second. I will say though, I did not technically complete it no pan left behind. If you've been following for a while, I would be curious to know what shade you think I did not hit my goal in. You're probably wrong. But anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump on in. So this is what this palette looked like last month. And this is what we are looking like now. So for those of you who, have been sticking around, or again, I think I have the comparison up right now, I do have a new pan on this shredded shadow, and then Palm Reader, the pan has expanded, and then the rest of these you can see that there's just been some use on most of them. I do have some pretty significant use going on in Nutty right now as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and actually dive in. I do have my notebook right here with me. And yeah, so if you are familiar with mine, I put like the 3 shadows I'm talking about up at a time, so there's that. So, okay, shredded. Again, my goal for everything was to use it 30 times total. If I were to, do a full face of makeup and then wash my makeup off and then do a full face of makeup again later in the day, that does count as 2 uses. I think I only did that once, but it wasn't with my eyeshadow. I really liked my eyeshadow, so I didn't wash off my eyeshadow. I just washed off the part of my makeup that was peeling and being all weird. So anyway, shredded. I rolled it into this month with 55 uses. This one was already rolled out, but I did use it an additional 22 times this month, bringing me to a grand total of 77 uses, which is exciting. And then Palm Reader, I also had that one completely rolled out ahead of time. It had 57 uses last month with an additional 23 uses this month, bringing us to a total of 80 uses total in the project, which is super exciting. Again, I want to just take a brief pause real quick. I love this palette. I think it's very pretty, but it's just one of those palettes where like I never reached into it, so I'm glad that I did this project because it really did encourage me to actually reach into my eyeshadows. I would not have used Palm Reader 80 times had it not been for this project, so there's that. Then we have Coolotta, which I had 24 uses going into the month, so I only needed to use it 6 additional times, and I did, bring me to a total of 30 uses, and I did not touch it again after that. That shadow pulls so gray on me. I don't know why, I don't know what it is, but that shadow is gray, and that's not what I'm looking for. So I hit my 30 uses and I was done. Lovely Bunch, I hit 30 uses on it last update, and I did not touch it again afterwards. Again, similar to Coolotta, it just pulls very gray on me. So I have no additional uses, but I did already technically roll it out of the project, so 30 uses in total. I did hit my goal. Then we have Cocoa Crush. So Lovely Bunch, Cocoa Crush, and Shell Yeah are like the next set, so you should be seeing something different over here. Cocoa Crush, this is where I fell behind. I used it 20 times going into this month. I only needed 10 uses. And in my head I was like, you know what, I know I can get those 10 uses really, really fast. I'm going to push myself to get like some of the ones that like I need higher numbers on done first, and then like Cocoa Crush was super simple. Well, I also forget that this is my 4th video of every month, which means that some months I don't have like the full month to complete. Like when I'm counting in my head, I'm like, oh, November has 30 days, so like I have until the end of November. No, I don't. I'm filming this on the 24th, so I can go up on the 25th. So had I had until November 30th, like I would have finished this one, but I didn't. So that's on me and just my inability to count. But I only used it 9 times, bringing me to a total of 29 uses, not 30. I did not hit my goal, but just for my own peace of mind, I will wear this shadow tomorrow. Technically, it won't count as 30 uses for my project, but I will know that I used it 30 times. So yeah, there's that. Then I have Shell Yeah, which had 26 uses going into the month with an additional 10 bringing me to a total of 36 uses. Then for our last set of 3, I do have Get Kraken, Dekoko, and Nutty. Get Kraken had 25 uses going into the month with 7 additional bringing me to a total of 32 uses. Dekoko had 13 going into the month and I used it 18 times, bringing me to a total of 31 uses. I do put this on my lower lash line, and every single time I do this, I am just bound to get powder in my eye, and it's very uncomfortable. But technically, like, yeah, I mean, it's a pressed powder, so like it's not an eyeshadow, which makes me wonder if this is technically eye safe, but anyway, here we are. Yeah, I don't know. Some weird things were happening to that shadow anyway. And then we have Nutty lastly, which had 14 uses getting rolled in. I did use it 21 additional times, bringing me to a total of 35 uses. Nutty I did start using just on like my upper lash line, like a liner almost. And honestly, I'm really happy with it. I like it. I'm probably going to continue doing that going forward with like my other projects that I'm going to like incorporate. But yeah, so again, this is what it looks like. So we did have noticeable progress on Shredded, because we did hit pan. I'm hoping that we can like get a more clear, I just feel like it's a little bit blurry. I don't know. And then Palm Reader also has that noticeable difference. There's pretty much no change on Culotta and Lovely Bunch because I did not use Lovely Bunch. Cocoa Crush right here, it does have a little bit more of a dip. And then you can just see a little bit of powder displacement for Shell Yeah, but nothing crazy. Get Kraken does have a noticeable dip in the pan, like just some displacement, but it's nothing insane. And then this one in the middle is Dekoko, and then over here we have Nutty, which again, you can see where I've been taking in that liner brush. So all in all, what are my thoughts on the palette? What are my thoughts on this project going forward? Because I am going to be doing something slightly different next year, so I kind of want to open up a line of communication, have some conversation here, and let's just chat for a minute if you don't mind sticking around. I do think, and I'm gonna have a declutter posted. It's gonna be like a small declutter. I think that's my second video that's gonna go up in December. So like obviously today, Monday the 25th, will be this video, and then Monday December 2nd will be my finale for my full face project pan, which I'm very excited about. And then what, 10 days after, or 7 days after, that's gonna be what, the 9th. That week I believe I do have a declutter that'll be posted, so we will see. I do think that I'm going to declutter this palette. I think my roommate would really like it. Again, nothing inherently wrong with the palette, it's just, it's not my favorite thing in the world, and I have plenty of other palettes that I prefer, and honestly I was kind of sitting down and really reflecting on it. I don't think that there's a shade in here that I don't have in like a Natasha Denona palette or something different, you know what I mean? So I think that it'll be time to part ways, but check back in on December 9th to see what my thoughts are with that. So now here's my next question. I do want to do a pan that palette next year where I try to hit pan in every single shade in one of my eyeshadow palettes. I'm thinking about doing the Urban Decay Naked palette, just so you guys know. But I also want to do a no pan left behind style similar to how I did this one. Now my question is, should I pull in a different palette per quarter? My only concern is if I'm trying to like, oh, I need to hit, you know, 30 uses on an eyeshadow palette, I'm never gonna pan my other one. So I'm just debating if I should do like small usage goals and be like, oh, like only use every palette or every shade 10 times, but then I have some 15 shade palettes, like that's a lot of use. Or should I just make myself a goal to, by the end of the year, make sure I use every single eyeshadow in my collection like 2 times, kind of the way that It's Just Steph does her no pan left behinds, where it's just like a rolling, is it Steph? I know Mariella does it this way too, where it's just like, okay, my goal is to hit every palette, no pan left behind in this palette, but you know, I only use it once or twice before I can like roll it out. So those are my thoughts, because I also noticed I have a lot of fall winter palettes and I have a lot of spring summer palettes. So I also was thinking like, oh, maybe I could do like, you know, a palette per season. I don't know. So I think I might be leaning towards the direction of having my pan that palette and then also just use every single shade in my like eyeshadow palette collection like 1 or 2 times before like the end of the year, and then I can just like give you guys updates on what palettes I have hit No Pain Left Behind style. I don't know, that's what I'm thinking. Let me know what you think. But yeah, with that being said, that is all. I'm really excited for how this went. Again, this is kind of like an experimental thing, so I'm happy that it worked out the way that it did. I'm really upset that I didn't technically hit my goal on that middle shade, but it's fine. We live and we learn, and we forget. I'm very forgetful. But yes, so okay, with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, I appreciate it. Give it a thumbs up down below, leave a comment if you feel inclined to do so. If you want to see more of me in the future, check out my like full face, like I have a non-makeup project pan that I just wrapped up that I'm going to continue in 2025 because I've had some people ask about it. I will continue in 2025. I also have my regular makeup related project pan that I am finaleing next week, so come back for that. I'm just so excited for like December's videos and kicking off the new year and stuff like that. So don't forget to subscribe is where I was going with that. And have a great rest of your day or night wherever you are, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.